What country do you want to raise your kids based on those three religions? Oh, of course, Christianity. Why? Why do you choose that? What's the second one? Hindu. What's the third one? Atheist. But why though?
Because you know their morals, you know their values, you know what they stand on.
Because there is a certain set of values and principles. This is not about let's go see what happened when he resurrected and have that debate. Because the values and principles that are taught have produced places that are safe and secure where you want to go live there.
What are the
foundations? This is why 51 million immigrants are in America. #1 leaders bulletin. No one's even close to us. And only one country in the world has ever gotten the reputation of being the country's name, then dream. We don't say Russian dream. We don't say Chinese dream. We don't say Indian dream. We only say the American dream because of a certain set of values and principles that this thing was built on. Now, they're going to go and say, well, Thomas Jefferson was a womanizer. And, you know, that president was gay. I don't care what they did and how they lived their lives.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, these are the values and principles that's moral, and this is what's immoral. You and I get to choose to. I've made a lot of immoral decisions in my life. So have you. I made some decisions I'm ashamed of. Great, that's mine and him. Totally fine. Okay, we've done that. I know I was being immoral. I made the choice. But guess what? Don't teach my kids to be immoral. They're going to learn it already on their own because of temptation of life. And especially in our school system. That's problematic to me.
There's a Christian joke that goes, there's two demons. One demon is exhausted, and he is trying so hard to get this man to sin. And he can't. He's chasing him up and down, but this guy is just in it, and he's doing so well in life. He turns to this other demon, and this other guy's on the couch, drunk, fucked up, doesn't got going anything on. Like, there's nothing going on for this guy. And the demon comes up to the other demon and goes, how the fuck are you doing this, bro? How are you getting this guy to do drugs, to cheat, to beat, to lie? He goes, dude, you're doing too much. Just make him lazy. And then everything else follows. So my question to you, the school system, we point our fingers at. What the fuck is up with you guys? But when I was growing up, Pat, my parents would never let me go to other people's houses because they were scared of who was running that house, right? Everybody came to our house. In fact, we have an ongoing joke in my neighborhood. The parents would always say, what did George's parents say? And so the kids would get mad at me like, dude, why the fuck is your mom and dad saying this? Okay. But what I saw, Pat, is when my mom dropped me off at school, she was there locking in who's the teacher, who's the principal, who's this, what are you teaching, what are you doing this, blah, blah, blah. And then I would see my other friends, they were there by themselves. So is it the school's fault or is it the home's fault for dropping off the kids there being like, you deal with it?
Yeah. Well, first of all, remember 1940, 4% of kids born to a mother that's a single mother. Today it's 40%. That's 10x. That is not a number to be bragging about. That's a terrible number. And by the way, it's one of the worst in the world out of all the countries in the world. It's one of the worst numbers. How did that happen? What happened since there? Did we take the Bible and church out of school with Woodrow Wilson when we became too secular? Maybe. What else did we do? FDR came up with policies to give benefits, Social Security and money to single mothers. Then in 1964-65, LBJ increased those policies to give more, and they raised it where the federal expenditure went to 15%. And then all of a sudden, today, there's incentives to have more kids out of wedlock. And by the way, if that woman marries a man that has an income, and they find that the tax code, those benefits stop from the government. So why would I get married and try to, no, the tax code is set up to ruin the freaking household. Look, I run a sales.
If a house is divided, it cannot stand.
But it's the compensation structure. The tax code is a comp structure. Look, what does YouTube pay us? What's the structure on ads?
70-30.
Whatever the structure is. Some say 50, 55, 45, 70, 30, whatever the number. Say 70, 30. Okay,
Sure.
Great.